Yo, what's up YouTube? James back here and welcome back to another episode of VGC 2020 Baek Battles. Today we have the final episode with the Galarian Slowbro team. And yeah, we're going to be using this team of Galarian Slowbro, NDD, Incineroar, Gastrodon, Togekiss, and Fairform. If you haven't checked out the previous episodes, highly recommend go check it out. It was quite a crazy ride to say the least. Make sure you go check it out. But otherwise, yeah, we're going to be using this team. A few announcements before the video does start, of course. Be sure to leave a like down below and leave a comment down below, as it really does help me out, and the support on the channel has been insane. So I want to thank everyone who has been supporting the channel by just watching these videos or even doing something further. It really does help. But if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to leave a like down below and leave a comment down below, as it really does help support me and this video out and pushes it forward to more eyes. So really appreciate it. Also, you can check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/JamesBeck, if you haven't already, for more VGC action, as well as some more casual games or variety games that I play, such as Let's Play of Kid Icarus Uprising on 9.0 intensity that I've been doing on the channel so far. And we're going to be doing a chapter every day leading up to my birthday, which is late this month in July. So make sure you go check it out. Link in the description down below. But otherwise, yeah, let's get started with today's video. So if you do want to use the team, again, the rental code is in the description down below, along with the pay spin. And the common question for today is going to be about what are you most excited for in the month of July. I know that there's been some tough times recently, especially in communities, gaming communities around the world. But let me know if there's something that you're looking forward to try and take your mind off it. And for me, that would be the season 3 of the anime My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu, or Gairu, however you want to call it. It is one of my favorite animes of all time. I actually had nicknames from that anime for my world championship team over in Washington DC this past year. And yeah, I just absolutely love that anime, and season 3 I am so excited for. I gotta catch up with some other animes too, but that one I am so excited for. We got an interesting team here though, with the Pelipper, the Rillaboom, Kingdra, Amoonguss, Scizor, and Poliwrath. So this is a really hard dedicated rain team, and I mean really hard dedicated rain team. Okay, so Fairform does amazing here. His only ways to check it really are Poliwrath as well as the Scizor, unless it has superpower on the Rillaboom. I really do just like leading Togekiss plus the Gastrodon, or Togekiss plus Slowbro. I think Togekiss plus Slowbro is fine here. Absolutely. I really do like having Gastrodon and Fairform in the back. I'm a little bit worried. I'm trying to figure out what my best options are. I like Togekiss as a lead because, one, I get to redirect if they lead like Pelipper or Kingdra. But I also like it because if they lead one of the grass types expecting the Gastrodon, like, it's really hard for them. I like Slowbro on the back because of goggles. I like Slowbro at lead here because of goggles. NDD could be decent with its terrain. Do I need to protect Gastrodon though? I'm worried about if I don't have enough answers to grass types, but I think Swords Dance Fairform, if I can clear a path for Swords Dance Fairform, I think it can win this game. And I think that's the route I want to go for, because my opponent really doesn't have much for Fairform. I gotta get under Trick Room. I gotta get rid of the Scizor potentially, and we should be good to go with Fairform sweep here. So let us see what my opponent is going to do as the lead here, as it's going to be the Pelipper Scizor lead. So really nice lead by my opponent. It is going to be super strong here, as I do lead my Togekiss plus my Slowbro. Swords Dance is very likely here, I think, in this situation, and I think you would just go for a okay, there's quite a few things you could go for here. I feel like a steel move is going to come out, and I feel like I should just go hard Gastrodon anyway, because I can do a ton of damage here. Yeah, I kind of like the Gastrodon play overall. I don't need to take too much damage. I don't think you would U-turn or X-Scissor the Slowbro slot. I guess I hope you don't. I feel like it doesn't make sense to, because Follow Me here is a very safe play. I could also have a fire move on Togekiss, unless my opponent knows the team, which is definitely possible. But yeah, we will Trick Room up, and we will go hard into Gastrodon, in case of a random Scald, or maybe even a Surf potentially. But I do want to get some kind of offensive momentum sweep here, and if Togekiss survives a turn, I'm in a little bit weird. And I think having another answer to the grass types is just good to have in the back. We're going to see the Hurricane going to come out into the Slowbro. Not surprised. I do take that decently well. No confusion, which is nice. And it's just Swords Dance, which is completely okay here. So I'll definitely take that. I would definitely take that. Okay. Trick Room does go up. A little bit concerning, but I think it's all right overall. I can go for Surf plus Ice Beam to knock out the Pelipper. I could also go for the Geyser Surf here into Slowbro, because I could see like multiple different plays here, including like hard switches to Amoonguss, for instance, which I think is definitely potential here. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Surf here plus the Ice Beam in the Pelipper. I don't know if you would max Scizor here. I guess max Scizor could be a very viable play, but if I Surf and max Geyser the Scizor, you would just lose the game instantly. So I feel like you would just try to reposition with like one of your grass types that you have in the back potentially, but we'll see here. I could be completely wrong, of course. We will see what my opponent decides to do, but either way, getting a +1 I think is really good here. And yeah, Scizor just protects, so trying to reposition I think, which I do agree with. So Scizor will protect here as we will Surf with our Gastrodon. I don't know this Chaos Pelipper. If it does, that's a pretty good position for us. If not, it's not that big of a deal. So we will be able to get a Surf off into the Pelipper for some chip, as well as get our +1 with our Gastrodon. And here comes an Ice Beam going to come out into the Pelipper slot, and it does pick up a knockout because it's Life Orb, and the Pelipper is pretty weak. So we are able to get a Pelipper, which is nice. It's a Pokemon that could kind of annoy some of my Pokemon, so I'm okay with that. Let us see what my opponent brings out. It's gonna be that Rillaboom, actually. Okay. Which I absolutely don't mind here at all. Huh. I wonder if you would try to KO my Slowbro here is my question. Because Grassy Glide should be coming out. I could easily protect here. I could even hard swap out if I want to. I don't think I need Slowbro around anymore, because it basically has done its job of getting the Trick Room up that I need. I think Shell Side Arm should be fine into Rillaboom and just protect here. I kind of want my Slowbro to go down here if it can, because I would really love to get a free switch here into Togekiss. There could be like fake out pressure too. Maybe I should have just went hard Togekiss, but I'm worried about him going for Bullet Punch. Although this could be really... Oh, a hard switch actually. Into Poliwrath. Not what I expected, as we are going to be able to protect our Gastrodon here. Is it a Bullet Punch? No Bullet Punch. I do get the Shell Side Arm. Okay. That does some good damage to the Poliwrath. It's a critical hit, that's why. No poison. Swords Dance going to come out again. Okay. Which I realistically do not mind at all at this point. Yeah, I do not mind that at all. Since there's no Amoonguss, I feel actually very comfortable with just going for Max Geyser into Scizor, actually. And I really do like that play because I want to get as much damage into Scizor as possible. And, you know what? I'm going to Surf here. I think Dynamaxing my Gastrodon is 100% worth it in this game. I don't really need to target the Poliwrath because it can close combat, which will hurt, but it's not like going to pick up a KO or anything. I think getting damage on the Scizor is completely okay in this situation if I can. There's a chance the Scizor Dynamaxes too in this position. There could be a Protect too with Rillaboom. I could definitely see that, but my opponent might be worried if I go for Shell Side Arm into the Poliwrath slot, calling it. We are going to see the switch though into the Rillaboom. Okay. So I wonder if that's a Protect here. I mean, I do get a Max Geyser off, which is decent here. If they do just go for Protect, but if they Dynamax, I'm in a really good spot because I think I just knock out the Scizor. So we will bring out the Gastrodon, Dynamax and all. So let's see what my opponent goes for. Just goes for Bullet Punch. Excellent, excellent. That's probably like the best turn I could have asked for. So Slowbro goes down, which is excellent for me, and I'm able to get the KO onto the Scizor, assuming it's not Focus Sash, which I really hope it's not Focus Sash. I had a feeling they would want a Bullet Punch in that situation. Or attack there or some kind of thing. I really thought Dynamax was just going to come out. We are able to eliminate the Scizor though, and that's huge because now my Togekiss is kind of freed up, and now I can go for Follow Me, and I can go for a Hailstorm I think here. And yeah, Hailstorm is very safe here. Into Rillaboom, assuming it doesn't have Protect. Yep, I really like that. So Togekiss comes out, Poliwrath is going to come out, which is completely fine. It is weakened. It is going to be in range of my Max Quake. We will go for the Hailstorm though into the Rillaboom, and we will go for the Follow Me. That is my best possible play here. Yep, and yeah, no reason not to. I had a feeling that the Scizor would want to get some kind of offensive momentum in that turn because like Protect's kind of switch to Rillaboom was obvious, and if they allowed me to get Shell Side Arm into the Rillaboom, it could have been bad for them, especially if I was able to knock out if it's Frail or something. Fake Out just gonna come out. Okay. Hailstorm gonna come out. Does Poliwrath have any kind of setup move? I feel like only Bulk Up and Substitute are like its best ones. Maybe Belly Drum. But if it's Belly Drum, that's not even that big of a deal. Yeah, Belly Drum shouldn't even be that big of a deal. So Rillaboom does go down here, as we are going to see. Is it Belly Drum? Oh man, it is actually Belly Drum. Okay. But that's fine. They can't flinch me if Rock Slide or anything. They can't even pick up knockouts at this point. It is going to be healing with a berry, which is probably Citrus. Yeah, Citrus Berry. So it's not going to like survive anything at all. Yeah, we're in a pretty good spot. We can just go for Dazzling Gleam plus the Quake here. Actually, the Togekiss is faster than Poliwrath because of the fact that the Poliwrath... I didn't see that, right? Togekiss is faster than Poliwrath. I'm like pretty sure I saw that correctly. I'm gonna go for Quake based on the hail. I'm gonna go for Dazzling Gleam, I guess, and just Quake. There should be no spread move that Poliwrath gets that can like massively screw me over here. I don't remember if it gets Rock Slide, but if it does, that's not even that bad. Of course, Gastrodon is out here. You have to Dynamax anyway to live an attack, or hope you live an attack. I don't even know if Poliwrath's gonna live the Dazzling Gleam. We are gonna see the Dynamax attempt though, and you kind of have to go for the Dynamax in this situation. That means you can't go for a spread move here, which means, yeah, the Poliwrath is going down in 2 hits, guaranteed. Or 1, because if they ignore the Gastrodon, I just knock it out. So we're going to see Dynamax Poliwrath right here. The giant Poliwrath. I don't know if this is Dazzling Gleam, though. I just really can't see it. Dazzling Gleam? Looks like it does live. Is that a critical hit? Nope, it's not. Goes for Geyser. You might have forgot about the Storm Drain, buddy. Tried to change the weather to get rid of the hail, I guess, but that doesn't exactly work out, as we will go for the Quake here into the Poliwrath slot, and that will be able to pick up a knockout. And Poliwrath, goodbye Poliwrath. I did use you in a showcase, and I have used you on stream, but yeah, the drum wasn't exactly the right thing here. So we are going to be able to take a win against Paul here for our first game of today's episode. So we are not going to go 0-2, which is that's like my goal in every video, not to go 0-2. But yeah, we are able to pick up a win, which is really cool. And yeah, let's see what my opponent had. It's a Focus Sash Pelipper, no surprise. Didn't have much. Yeah, the Hurricane did quite a bit of damage, which makes sense. And it didn't take the Ice Beam, of course. The Assault Vest Rillaboom, which just went down to the Gastrodon, which you can see why Gastrodon is so strong. Life Orb Kingdra, Black Sludge Amoonguss with Pollen Puff, which makes sense with the Poliwrath. Looks like the Poliwrath couldn't touch, which makes sense. The Poliwrath couldn't touch the Togekiss anyway, so yeah. And Swords Dance Dual Wing Beats on the Scizor. Okay, so that's why there's no like X's or anything. And yeah, that was going to be our first game, and let's go on and play another one. And yeah, pretty solid all around. As we're rising higher in the Mass Ball tier, of course, the goal of the series is not to go for number 1. I sometimes do that on stream. Again, twitch.tv/JamesLillyBeck. But usually I just do, am more chill and just want to like get more information, see what other players are using. That's basically the point of the series, and I want to test some fun stuff. And yeah, that's kind of why I want to really try out this Galarian Slowbro team, because not many players are really opting to use Galarian Slowbro, but I think this combination does work. We got Pris here as our next opponent. Pretty standard team. It looks like double grass again. Why is it double grass? Okay, I'm gonna go Slowbro here. I like Togekiss, not really. Well, I kind of do actually, because the Marowak could be annoying. I can win with Swords Dance Sparathorn. I'm trying to think of how I win this, because I kind of want to have 5 Pokemon, but I obviously can't have 5 Pokemon. My opponent's team is very physical. Like, there's the Marowak, the Gyarados, the Cinderace, and the Rillaboom, which are always usually physical attackers. And then, like, you got 2 support Pokemon. So, Incineroar seems really nice here, but the problem is I just can't see myself justifying bringing Incineroar, because I think I need Follow Me Redirection in case it's a Steel Spike on the Cinderace, as well as like Poltergeist is a problem for the Marowak if that's the case. Yeah, I also like the Goggles for the Amoonguss. I I could also see myself not bring the Gastrodon potentially, but I think Gastrodon's really good against my opponent's team. Yeah, assuming I can get rid of the Amoonguss effectively. Yeah, let's go for this. I think it's solid overall. I'm just not sure. Maybe not bring Slowbro. I know not bringing Slowbro might have been more optimal and bringing Incineroar instead and playing with the 4 Pokemon because I didn't technically need this combination. But yeah, it's kind of a hard decision because I think I could have had multiple different ways. We're going to see Gyarados Rillaboom. I really wish I had Incineroar out here. But that's fine. As we will lead with our Togekiss plus our Slowbro here. And I wonder if you actually go for the grass move. No, you should Airstream, right? Geyser doesn't make much sense to me because there is a potential I have in the back. I could go Ferrothorn here too, which wouldn't be a bad play, but there is Airstream potential. You know what? I'm going to go for the Trick Room. And I think I'm just going to go for the Air Slash into the Rillaboom. Yeah, I kind of like just the Air Slash into Rillaboom because I can get a lot of damage into the Rillaboom potentially. We're going to see the Dynamax come out, which is no surprise. Probably going to be the Gyarados. Probably Airstream's going to come out. I think Fake Out's going to come out regardless, and I can't really do anything to stop that. So I'll take the Airstream, like with both Pokemon. I guess the Moxie Boost is going to be kind of annoying, but we'll see. Fake Out going to come out in a Slowbro. Oh, in the Kiss, actually. Okay. Wake. Huh. Erase the special defense. Okay, but luckily Slowbro does survive that, which is huge. We are going to be able to take that. Okay, I can go for Shell Side Arm plus Air Slash to knock out the Rillaboom. And I live Grassy Glide, I think, at the range I'm at. So I don't think there was a switch my opponent had. Quake does make this kind of annoying because that means this Gyarados is going to be super frustrating to handle if it's not my Ferrothorn knocking it out. But I think I'm going to have to rely on my Ferrothorn knocking out. But I will double up into the Rillaboom slot. There could be a switch, but I'm fine with that. We're going to get an attack out the Shell Side Arm. Doing an okay amount to the Rillaboom. Let's see if Togekiss is faster or not. Looks like Rillaboom's faster. It does get a knockoff off into my Slowbro. So Slowbro goes down. I wasn't really looking for a position anyway to set up my... I wasn't looking at a position to set up my Gyarados, so that's fine. I guess with my Goggles, Air Slash is going to come out. Let's knock out the Rillaboom. Looks like I got a crit. Yep. 50% chance. Rillaboom goes down. And Geyser comes out this time, which I'm not sure because I did have a Gastrodon. I'm very surprised about that, but that works out for me, I guess. I'm just gonna go hard into Ferrothorn, I think, because if they bring out Marowak, so be it. I get the Sword Stance with Ferrothorn. And then I could go for like a bunch of stuff, yeah. I'm just gonna go Ferrothorn here. There could be a Amoonguss coming out. Yep, Amoonguss is coming out, no surprise. I'm just gonna go for the Sword Stance here, which is 100% safe, and the Protect here because, yeah, then I could Dynamax attack the Gyarados slot, and then I'm in a pretty okay spot. I'll take Airstream decently well with Ferrothorn because it's not like a Life Orb. We're gonna see Amoonguss Protect actually. Curious decision because it doesn't really change much in this position. We will go for the Protect with Togekiss. And let's see, Sword Stance is going to come out from the Ferrothorn. Who'd you target? I guess it would be Togekiss, but we'll see. Guys are going to come out once again. This should be into the Togekiss. I'm really surprised my opponent's Geysering because Geysering is helping me more than my opponent, I feel like. Okay. I do get a big Power Whip into the Gyarados. I don't think I'm going to Dynamax yet because I want to see what my response is to whatever the last Pokemon is. Because it might be better to opt for the Gastrodon potentially if it's like the Cinderace like in the back. And I'm just going to go for an Air Slash into the Amoonguss. I missed a Power Whip, unfortunate. Spore going to come out into Togekiss. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a double up here. That's kind of annoying. Because that's a waste of Trick Room turns too. Bounce. Okay. I want a Sword Stance, and I'm actually going to switch out Togekiss here. Or should I go for the Protect? I'm just going to Air Slash because I don't want to risk Giga Drain coming out from Amoonguss. It is going to be Protect, which is fine. I guess I could have went Gastrodon, but I think that's okay for my win con. We will Sword Sense again, so we're +4 with our Pharaoh. Like, we're gonna guarantee knock out the Gyarados anyway, but like, it's just better to have this. Toge's gonna stay asleep, which is acceptable. Bounce gonna come out into the Pharaoh? Yeah, into Pharaoh. Iron Barb's chip. I wonder if Gyro would KO. I kind of doubt it. Okay. It's not too bad. Trick-room returns to normal. Grass disappears from the battlefield. I guess I could Steel Spike here if I really want to. You know what? Steel Spike's not a bad play. I really do feel like there might be an attack here. How many turns of Rain are left? It's last turn. The question is, do you bounce or do you waterfall? Because if you bounce, I want to go for Steel Spike. If you waterfall, I want to go for Power Whip. I feel like he would bounce. I'm going to Steel Spike. And I'm just going to protect. Yeah, I think this is the play. Because I get +1 with defense on Pharaoh at least, so I might be able to take the Marowak attack. It's kind of hard to say realistically, but I'm hoping with +1 Steel Spike, I'll be able to live the Marowak Flare Blitz Pick Club. So we'll see. Togekiss stays fast asleep. If it's bounce, it's okay. It looks like it's waterfall. Yep. That's bad. It is Spore double up. It's also Moxie Gyarados, which is exactly good for me. Pollen Puff is fine. I guess I could have just went Gastrodon then. We will go for the Steel Spike. Knocks out a Moongus, which is good. Okay, then it comes down to the last Pokemon, and I really just can't see it not being Marowak at this point. Like, I think it has to be Marowak. Like, what else would he bring in the situation? So I could. There also is another mind game of Gyarados going for bounce this turn. Although I really think you should go for Power Whip if you have it. I think it's like Power Whip and Flare Blitz coming out here. Gastrodon will come out. Or Cinderace too. Oh, that's another. Actually, no, that's a problem. I don't know what did more though. Well, I gotta hope for the best anyway. I gotta hope they don't bounce, and I gotta hope that I can knock out the Gyarados. Like, that's the only play I have. Like, I have to hope I live Fireball, which is very doubtful, I think. Fireball? Yeah. So Fairfront goes down in that Shibby game. Unless the Gyarados doesn't have Power Up for some reason. But... Life Orb... Yeah, it's Power Up. So maybe I could have went for the Miss. I should have Max Guard and went for the Miss. But, like, I couldn't tell if I lit Fireball from the range because I never really done calcs with Pharaoh +1. Well, I guess I could hope that they just miss a bunch. Yeah, I could hope that they miss a bunch. Sucker Punch. Like, I can go for, like, Muddy Water accuracy drops, too. That does way too much, though. Maybe it's Power Rip. I don't think any of us can really hit a Power Up. Muddy Water. Gyarados avoids. I need either a KO on Cinderace or I need an accuracy drop. I do get the accuracy drop at least. Okay. So I'm going to need to get extremely lucky with like multiple dodges. Sucker Punch. It does dodge. But Power Up hits this time. So that's going to be a good game. So I think we did have this game straight up won with just the Power Whip hit at that point. Because like there was no Dynamax from my opponent's side. And we would have probably been able to knock out Cinderace, I think, with +4 Steel Spike. So that was kind of unfortunate, especially since my opponent really wouldn't have had much for Gastrodon in the end game regardless. So that's how it goes. You know, it is the cost of using like a really strong move like Power Whip. I don't think we played bad at all. Yeah, because like we also took the extra sleep turn. If we were able to keep the sleep turn, we would have actually been in an okay spot too. But well, if we woke up with the Togekiss and was able to like follow or protect right there, I think we would have been in an okay spot too. Because Cinderace does outspeed the Gyarados, because Gyarados #1 for Airstream when in Dynamax. We would have been able to follow me. And then we could Gyro Ball the Cinderace, or we can maybe Power Whip the Gyarados. I think both worked in that situation. So yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but you know, that's sometimes how the game goes. It was Assault Vest? No, it's Lumberry. Okay. Life Orb, Safety Goggles. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much it. So unfortunately, the last game of the Slowbro team does fall a bit short, but I don't think it was that bad. The team performed, I think, really well overall on the channel itself, and I'm really proud of the team. If you do want to try it out again, check it out down below. It's in the description, as well as the rent-a code. You can check out my other social medias down there as well. You can also check out my Patreon page if you want to go an extra mile to support my content. But there are free ways to support me. Do not worry. You can always leave a like down below on this video and leave a comment down below, as well as share this video with friends. All free ways to support me. Just by watching this video, you actually help me a ton. So I really want to thank you all for watching. You could also check out my Twitch channel, again, where I did mention you can check me out there for more VGC content and some other stuff. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it, I think. This is the last episode we're going to be using the Galarian Slowbro team. Next episode, we will be switching to a brand new team, so look forward to that. But otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Have a great day, people, and until we battle again, I'll catch you all later.